Hey everybody, welcome to the Kelpie Show. Pokemon is still going stronger than ever. Will this bull market ever stop? Today we're going to be talking about Scarlet and Violet Base Set. We're going to give you a report of where Scarlet Violet Base is at, where prices are, and where prices might be going. So if you are invested in Scarlet Violet Base or curious to learn more about this set, this is the video for you. We're going to get right into it. Scarlet and Violet Base was released on March 31st, 2023, and as of today that makes it about 2 years and 3 months since it's been released. The set code for this set is SV01. That's the code that you're going to see on the bottom left of your Pokemon cards to identify the set. And of course, Scarlet and Violet Base was the first set of the Scarlet and Violet era. This set marked the beginning of the Scarlet and Violet era and the end of the Sword and Shield era. If you watched our last video, the last set of the Sword and Shield era was Crown Zenith, and that was a behemoth of a set. And what's new with the set? Well, Pokemon cards now have silver borders in the new Scarlet and Violet era, and this is going to be similar to Japanese cards. This replaces the long-standing yellow borders in the English releases. So if you look at the cards, all the older sets of Pokemon cards in English had yellow borders. And here's an example of what that looks like. On the left-hand side, you can see the English card with the yellow border, and on the right-hand side, that's the Japanese card with the silver border. But of course, everything after Scarlet and Violet era in English is now the silver border. Some people like the yellow borders, some people like the silver borders. I think having the silver borders for English and Japanese leads to some consistency because a lot of the Japanese artists have the silver border in mind when they're creating their art. And so sometimes when we have a yellow border in the English set with the Japanese art, the yellow border clashes with the artwork. With this example here, you see on the right hand side with the silver borders, it matches more with the artwork. The silver border brings out the silver tones in the card art, whereas the yellow borders in the English set kind of clashes with the artwork. With Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon introduced some new rarity indicators. This equates to 1 black star being rare, 2 double black stars is double rare, gold star equals illustration rare, a gold star with SR equals special illustration rare, and a gold star with UR equals a hyper rare. With Scarlet and Violet, there was a return of EX cards. Classic Pokemon EX cards are back with this set, and these are basic or evolution Pokemon with higher HP and powerful attacks. But they do give 2 prize cards when knocked out. These Pokemon EX cards replace V and V Max mechanisms from the Sword and Shield era. When it comes to the TCG card game, there are new mechanics in the Scarlet and Violet base, and those mechanics are Terra Pokemon EX, which feature unique crystalline artwork and a white box around their attacks. And this is inspired by the terastalization mechanic from the Scarlet and Violet games. And here you can see what that artwork looks like. You see the crystallization behind Arcanine, the crystallization in back of Gyarados, and you see up here there's this white word bubble. This marks the Terra Pokemon EX cards. They're really unique looking, and I do like the look of it. And tool cards are now a separate card type, not classified under item anymore. And this allows for a more nuanced deck building and card effects. And here is an example of what those tool cards look like. On the left hand side is Counter Gain, in the middle is Power Glass, and on the right side is Binding Mochi, which looks delicious. And here are the set releases for Scarlet and Violet Base. There's a booster box with, of course, 36 booster packs. There were Elite Trainer boxes which were Miraidon or Koraidon themed, and this included the regular ETBs and the Pokemon Center ETBs. The Pokemon Center ETBs looked a little bit different, of course. We'll get more into that a little bit later. There were also build and battle boxes, sleeve boosters, 3-pack blisters, and check lane blisters. The ETBs now include 9 booster packs in the Scarlet and Violet base instead of 8, and come with full art promo cards. This could explain why ETBs did increase in price. And here is some restock and reprint information on the Scarlet and Violet base set. After initial sellouts, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes saw restocking within a week or so after going out of stock in April 2023. So when this set first came out, it did sell out pretty quickly. By April 2024, Pokemon Center stock was largely depleted. Some collectors speculated only light reprints or warehouse releases might happen later, but no major reprints were confirmed. As of mid-2024, secondary market prices dropped significantly. Booster boxes went from $161 to $85 due to the set being widely available and not collectible enough to maintain a high high value. And that is a huge difference from then and now. Any booster boxes that come out these days are easily more than $250 in the secondary market. While popular sets near the 2-year mark may get reprinted, SB Base did not receive a major reprint run. Instead, occasional bursts of warehouse or distributor stock appeared late in 2023 and mid-2025. And as of today, we are 2 years and 3 months after the first release of Scarlet and Violet Base. I'm not sure if any reprints are going to come since they have a lot of new sets coming out, which they have to meet demand for. And you can already see prices increase in the Scarlet and Violet Base set. Of course, with every English set comes an equivalent Japanese set, and Scarlet and Violet Base is no different. There were 2 sets released for this. It was Scarlet EX and Violet EX, and they were released on January 20th of 2023. And you can see the artwork here on the slide. Now we're gonna get to the prices of the unsealed products from this set. A year ago, this booster box was sitting at around $90, and 1 year later, it has gone up 127%. Today, a box of this goes for about $217 on TCG Player, and it looks like it's still climbing. And here's the Pokemon Center version of the Miraidon ETB. A year ago, this was sitting at around $85, and 1 year later, it has increased 146% to about $212. Of course, the Pokemon Center version is a collectible, and this is what everybody wants, so these always go up in value. In contrast, here is the regular ETB of Miraidon. A year ago, this was sitting at around $38, and 1 year later, it has increased 110%. It now sits at $78 per box of this Miraidon ETB, and you can see the difference between these two. There's almost a $140 difference between the two. So if you can, always get the Pokemon Center version because they're always released at MSRP and cost the same as a regular ETB anyway. And here's the Koraidon version of the Pokemon Center ETB. It's very similar to the Miraidon, but a little bit less expensive, like a few dollars. A year ago, this was sitting at around $70. 1 year later, it has increased 205%, way more than the Miraidon version, which only increased 170%. Today, this box sits at around $203 on TCG Player. And in contrast, here's the regular version of the Koraidon ETB. Can you believe a year ago you could have got this for $35? That is nuts. 1 year later, it has increased 118%, and today you can get it for about $73 on TCG Player. As you can see with these graphs, they are continually increasing. And the booster bundle is no different. The booster bundle comes with 6 booster packs. 1 year ago, it was sitting at around $23. A year later, it has increased 135%, and today it is about $53 per booster bundle. Can you imagine getting a booster bundle for $23? These days they're around $30 MSRP. And here are the prices of a 3-pack blister. A year ago, these were going for around $13.50. 1 year later, it has only increased 37%. And today you can get it for about $18 on TCG Player. I think the 3-pack blisters are probably the weakest sealed product you can get. I think they take up too much space. They don't have a great presentation. From my research, these increase the least percentage and always equal the pack price of the packs within the 3-pack blister. And here's the price of a 1-pack booster. 1 year ago, this was sitting at around $2.80. This has increased 143% within a year. And today you can get it for about $6.55 per booster pack on TCG Player. Once again, can you imagine getting a booster pack for $2.80? Packs these days are easily $8 on the secondary market these days. And I always mention secondary market because it's so hard to get packs out open in the wild or online that most people get their packs on the secondary market. And that's it for my portion of the Scarlet and Violet base report. Here's Kellah for her update on the singles from this set and her favorite picks.
Hey, welcome everybody. We are going to start our great Scarlet and Violet rundown of every set. And I'm going to point out to you all of the amazing cards that are in each of them. And today we start at the very beginning with Scarlet and Violet Base Set. Now here's what's interesting. Compared to a lot of these sets that we will see, most cool cards, if not all, are under $30, which makes the set very affordable if you are looking for cool illustration rares. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Now, if you haven't joined one of these videos before, you'll notice there are 4 emojis on the screen right now. And this is my interpretation of this card. So the idea is that if you look at these and you can guess it, great job, high five yourself. So our first one, can you guess it? It had a crazy price spike. Oh, it's the Drowsy IR. Okay, if you weren't along for this ride, this card went through a crazy buyout. It skyrocketed in price. I think it was like, I don't even know, 60, 80, something. It was insane. Like just overvalued, full market manipulation. Now, it's come down quite a lot. It's 25 bucks. And honestly, at this price point, for, if you look at the artist, a Komia card, I honestly think this is a great card and closer to where it's supposed to be. This art is fantastic in person. It's a great example of Komia at its best. Beautiful card. All right, our next one. Can you guess it? It is our resident chef, Arvin. Oh, such a good picnic scene. I love it. He's making a nice sandwich. And this SIR is only $11. So if you're a big Arvin fan, and I know they're out there, this is a great pickup. And now, if you take a look at this card, so Arvin is the trainer of Mabostiff, if you don't know, and you can see how these cards are very, very similar. They're in the same set. They're not an exact combo. You know, you can't like place them side by side, but you can see here how they're definitely a pair. You know, Mabostiff is underneath Arvin's table. It's a very similar scene. So if you love both of those, you can actually pick up the whole pair for $15. I think they look great in a binder, like underneath each other. It's great. And I did not know this, but learned this very recently. If you guys know Professor Seda and Professor Turo, they are Arvin's parents. So mind blown the other day. Whew, fun fact. All right, next up, I bet you guys can guess this. It is our Slowpoke IR. Oh, it's so cute. He's like poking out of the garage with his like just really great frozen Slowpoke face. It's very like, it just screams Japan to me too, with the signs and the little shops. It's a great one. And it's $18. I will say, I kind of feel like this is a little high. It's an IR, so it's not an SIR, it's not as rare. Slowpoke is a wonderful Pokemon, but it's a little pricey to me. But nonetheless, really good. All right, up next, we got a whale. Spoiler, the whale is jumping. It is Dondozo. Whew, name got me there. I think it's a beautiful card. You know, you get the blue and the orange color. It's very striking in person. I know Dondozo isn't the best Pokemon, you know, most popular Pokemon, but I think he's great. And it took me quite a while to realize that Dondozo is upside down in this shot. His eyes, you can see right there. And it's a great pickup. It's only $7. And you also get a secret Tatsugiri hidden amongst the Dondozo wave. Wonderful. 2 for 1. Okay, this one, it's a 3-card set. Can you get it? Oh, it's the Gardevoir set. It's great. So we have 3 cards, like I said. We have our Ralts. And if you look here, as I bring up the cards, Ralts is he's evolving, but also the trainer who you see here opening the box, she's also getting older. So it's a great 3-card set that shows the life of this trainer. So we obviously start with Ralts. We go to Kellah. Now you see the trainer has her own child. And then the final one is with SIR with Gardevoir. Really beautiful card. And you can see the trainer is now an older lady. Price-wise, these are up there. This set's really cool. So your Ralts is $27. Kellah gets no love as the teenager at $20. And then our Gardevoir is the big chase at $40. And this is the most expensive card in Scarlet and Violet Base. That Gardevoir is that main chase. Very cool. Okay, next up, This is a little obscure. I'd be surprised if you get it, but it is our Toadschool. Look, it's only $3. I love to put in less expensive cards that are like even under $5 that are really cool looking. Like, check this out. Love these colors, love the action. Toadschool doesn't always get featured, which I think is great. And if you just love IRs and this look of Scarlet and Violet, I think $3 is a great price for a fun card like this. Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards from this set. I feel like the emojis are too obvious, but this is our Miriam S-I-R. Look at it. It's so good. The colors are great. Her topping over with the books is so good. It's $22 right now, which honestly, for an SIR of this quality with that type of character, I think that's totally reasonable. That's a great pickup. And if you're a big Miriam fan, there's actually another card in this set that is her full art. And I think it's super cute and much cheaper. It's only $5. So if you love Miriam, if you want a cheaper pickup, get the full art. And if you didn't notice,
it's Pikachu!
You get a secret Pikachu for free. Oh, next up is one of the cuties. It's a dog. It's the Fido IR. I just love this card. I love Fido. I love Dachshund. If you ever catch my dog walking around in these videos, he's very much a Dachshund. Like, look, and in his heart, he will eat anything, including donuts. And I just love the look on Fido's face. You know, it's a little like, is he looking at himself in all the pastries? It's kind of existential. It's cute. Great pickup. And it's $9. Not bad. Before I start this one, big shout out to Clandine, who commented on our last video with Crown Zenith and tipped me off to these cards that are like a combo card. So it's both cards together, and sometimes there's multiple cards, come together to make one big illustration. So these two cards are one of that type, the Tarantula and the Spidops. So check it out. We have our Spidops on top, and the Tarantula fits perfectly into it. So you can see the Scyther there is in both shots and the web string connects. It's so cool. Fun little combo card. So thank you for pointing those out. I adore them. I think they're great. I'm excited to see the other combo illustrations in the future. This one, dude, pick up the two of them for $10. What a great deal. Put that in a binder. Oh, it's great. Up next is a dragon. We got a lot of gold going on. It is the Miraidon EX. Now, look, I feel like gold cards kind of get a lot of hate. No one really loves gold cards right now. Maybe that'll change in the future, just like everything is cyclical and comes back. But this card, especially in person, is striking because the gold is super shiny and then Miraidon is purple, and so he really pops on top of that gold. Fantastic card. And it's only $5, which really, when you think about it, to have that type of rarity of a card for $5, it's like cheap when you look at it that way. This next card is my favorite. You all might laugh at this, but it is the Cloth. I love the Cloth. He's super cheap. He's $3. But look at his expression. I just can't get over it. Anytime there's a Cloth, just brings me so much joy. I hope it does you too. And I just love how I was able to match the emojis kind of perfectly. We got the crab, we got the desert, and we got like his look and his raised claws. It's perfect. I was very happy with myself. And with the Cloth, we have hit the end of our rundown. I really enjoy these cards. I'm looking forward to seeing them in my LGS, maybe picking them up. And that's the best of Scarlet and Violet Base Set. We hope you join us for our next one where we'll look at Paldea Evolved. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Kelpie Show. Let us know what you think about these set reports. Is there anything we should change? Is there anything that you would like us to add? Let us know. We would love to hear your feedback and improve our show. If you enjoyed our content, please consider liking and subscribing to support our channel. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.